Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Scream Factory collection 1 year in. Just a little bit of a background, guys. I've been buying movies for about a year and a half now, but for the past year or so exactly, I've been all in on boutique Blu-rays, primarily from Scream Factory, Arrow Video, and the Criterion collection. Criterion's probably my favorite. There's going to be a Criterion video and an Arrow video in the next couple days following this video. But I just thought I'd go through and show you guys what I've got 1 year into collecting Scream Factory. Right here, we've got all the ones that I have watched, all the individual movies I've watched rather, and here are all the ones I haven't watched. Between both of those stacks, we've got about 28 individual movies. We've got 3 collections right there, 4 double features, and 4 box sets. We're going to start off with these ones right here that I have seen. So we're going to start off with Sleepaway Camp, one of my favorite slasher movies. This is a really fun movie, really great movie, and I had put off the sequels for so long. I don't know why. I watched this movie, I really liked it, really loved it, and I just never watched the sequels. And then back in January of this year, I was visiting my sister in Oklahoma, and there's a store there called Vintage Stock, and I stopped by, and they had 2 and 3. Now, 2 and 3 have been out of print for a while. They're really expensive, but I did not have to pay anything expensive for these. They were $17 each. If you want these now, you'd probably have to pay like $50 each. But I walked into Vintage Stock, they were just there like this, just on the shelf. I could not have grabbed them fast enough, guys. 2 and 3 for a normal price after they were out of print. It was crazy. I really love these movies. 2 is actually my favorite out of the whole series, but you can't go wrong with any of them, including Return to Sleepaway Camp. That movie gets slept on. I like it. Next, we've got the Slumber Party Massacre Steelbook. I love this movie. Scream Factory did put out 2 and 3, but it's been out of print for a while. I'm hoping to find it somehow without paying $150. But I love this movie. This one's just absolutely fantastic, guys. Then we've got one of my favorite horror movies ever, guys, The Exorcist 3. I love this movie, William Peter Blatty's Exorcist 3. I also love the book Legion that William Peter Blatty turned into this movie. This is just fantastic. This is probably top 5 out of all the Scream Factories I own, which it's really tough, guys, to decide, because like I was going through these and sorting these. I'm like, no, this one would be top 5. No, this one. Like, it's really tough because they've put out so many great movies, so many great scans of so many movies, and it's just really tough to decide like what my top 5 is. Like, the more I look at these, the more I'm like, no, this one's top 5. No, this one. The Tenant definitely is in the top 5, probably even top 3 of all the Scream Factors I have, guys. And The Tenant, it's just a really fantastic movie, guys. One of the top horror movies ever. I love Roman Polanski's Apartment trilogy. I know we're probably going to get a lot of comments about, like, how dare you in the comments whenever we mention Roman Polanski around here. But this is just a fantastic movie, and it's definitely a top 5 Scream Factory release. Next, we've got Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knights, and Bordello of Blood. I think most people love Demon Knight the most. My favorite is Bordello of Blood, but both of them are absolutely fantastic. You can't really go wrong with either one, but if you're only going to get one, I'd say go with Bordello of Blood, but you should get both. Next, we've got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. Fun entry in the franchise. I've only seen 4 movies in the Texas Chainsaw franchise, 1 and 2, 2003, and then 2013. I love all 4 of them, but yeah, Texas Chainsaw 2, really fun movie. Then we've got John Carpenter's They Live. They're putting out a 4K of this soon, and I cannot wait. I think that's coming out within the next month or 2, I think. But They Live, guys, one of the best ones. Now, this one's one I'd also say is probably in the top 5, guys, but it's really tough to judge because they've just put out so many great movies. Like, half of these ones we looked at, and some of the ones coming up, I just want to say are all, like, in the top 5. Like, Ginger Snaps, probably my second favorite werewolf movie behind American Werewolf in London. I hope they put out the sequels soon. I haven't heard much about the sequels. I think there's, like, 2 more movies. I think there's 2 more Ginger Snap movies, but Ginger Snaps, at least this first one, is really incredible. It's a really fun movie, guys. Next, we got Stuart Gordon's Dolls. This one's almost like an entry into the Puppet Master franchise. It's almost like a spin-off, because you've got Guy Rolfe in here who plays this guy that's basically the Puppet Master, but Guy Rolfe did play the actual Puppet Master in like 4 or 5 of those Puppet Master movies. So this is almost like a spin-off, like a subplot. Like, this is almost like a spin-off of Puppet Master in a way, if you think about the sort of connections they have together. Next, we got The Resurrected. This one's a Lovecraft adaptation of Charles Dexter Ward, and it's starring Chris Sarandon. This was a recommend from Christian Hannah Horror. Fantastic Lovecraft adaptation, guys. This one's another one I want to say is top 5. Like, I'm having a tough time with this. Because then we also got Night of the Creeps, which also belongs in the top 5. This one was going for like $30 on Amazon, and so that's why I kept putting it off. But then earlier this year when I went to Vintage Stock, they had this one for like $15 or $20, I believe. So I was able to pay way less for this one. I did not want to pay $30, but after watching it, I will say though it is worth $30. I don't know how much this goes for now, but if it is $30 still, I'd say it's definitely worth it. It's a really fun movie. Let me move some of these out the way so I could move this stack here so you guys can see it better. Next, we've got Silent Night, Deadly Night, Part 1 and Part 2. Silent Night, Deadly Night, probably my second favorite Christmas horror movie behind Black Christmas, which I know, guys, I still need to pick that one up. I can't believe I don't have it. I don't have the Scream Factory release of it, but Black Christmas is fantastic. My favorite one, but I don't have it. So, but anyways, Silent Night, Deadly Night, and Part 2, both awesome movies. This might have been the first Scream Factory that I picked up, or maybe it was one of the first ones. But I know I did get this one in December of last year. So it's been right around a year of since I've picked that one up. That one might have been my first one, or just one of the first ones. Can't remember. But Valentine, this one's a really fun slasher movie. This was an Andrew recommend, as were most of these. Like, if I don't say it, like, you could probably just take it, like, as a given that, like, pretty much these were all Andrew recommends. But that one, when that one came out, he was like, hey, they've got it at Best Buy. Go check it out. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just went and grabbed it when he was like, hey, go check it out. It just came out. It's at Best Buy. Then we got the Blob remake. The 80s were such a great time for remakes. The Blob, The Thing, The Fly. Just such a great time. There's just a bunch of great remakes that came out in the 80s, but the Blob, just really fantastic, much better than the original. I love both of them. I love the original and I love this remake, but this remake is just really crazy. Like, the original does not come close at all to how good that movie is. Next, we've got the 2 John Carpenter movies I've seen that I don't like. We got The Fog and Prince of Darkness. Now, I really wanted to like these. Like, with The Fog, like, it's got everything you could want. It's got all the actors you like. It's got John Carpenter directing it. It's got a great score. But I just couldn't get with the story, guys. It was just so boring. Same with Prince of Darkness. I just couldn't get into the story for either one of those. So that's unfortunate because I love John Carpenter. Then we've got From Beyond. Just absolutely fantastic Lovecraft adaptation from Stuart Gordon, and I just really love this movie so much. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not. I got inspired to do this video because my friend Andrew, who has like 3 times probably what I have right here, did his own video today going over his Scream Factory, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this. And he's like, oh, I haven't seen From Beyond yet. If any of you haven't seen From Beyond, I don't know how he hasn't watched this yet. If you guys haven't seen From Beyond, this movie is like a top 3 movie that's in this entire video. This movie is incredible. Go watch From Beyond yet if you haven't yet. Please do. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Then the final one out of these individual ones that I've seen is Candyman. Really fun movie. I actually watched this one this one is also one of my first ones that I picked up from Scream Factory. This one I actually got back in I believe like October or November of 2019. So this is also one of my first ones. So yeah, maybe it wasn't Silent Night, Deadly Night that I thought was the first one. No, Candyman might have actually been the first one. Now that I think about it, but yeah. So those are the ones that I have seen. Now we're going to get to the individual ones I have not seen, so not as much commentary on these ones. But Assault on Precinct 13 from John Carpenter. I don't know why I haven't watched this one yet. I just haven't, but it was like $15 from Best Buy, so I picked it up. These next couple actually are pretty recent ones that I picked up. Phantom of the Paradise, great tagline. He sold his soul for rock and roll. I know I'm gonna love this movie. It just looks great. Horror rock and roll is gonna be great. I just haven't watched it yet, just because I've just got so many movies to watch, guys. We got Die Monster Die. This one just came in a few days ago. Might have come in actually on like Christmas Eve, but I just got this. Yeah, so it's been like a week or so since I got this one, and I'm meaning to watch this one soon. It's going out of print. I don't know if it's out of print just yet, but I did see on their website they said it was going out of print. So get it if you can. Before you have to pay the flipper prices. We've got Lord of Illusions. I picked this one up a while ago, like a year ago, but I forgot who recommended it to me. Somebody did. I can't remember. But I haven't watched it yet. Just a lot of things to watch, but I do want to watch this one soon because I hear it's great. We've got Poltergeist 3. I did have the Scream Factory of Part 2 as well, which is now out of print, but my friend Andrew was like, can you trade me that one? Because he did have it as well, but he ended up selling it. Then it went out of print before he could get it back, and so he needed it. So I sent it to him because there is a double feature of 2 and 3, not from Scream Factory, just a regular Blu-ray. And so I think I'm just going to pick up the double feature of 2 and 3. Probably soon-ish, maybe by the next haul, I'll probably have that double feature of 2 and 3 because I do want to watch 2 already. So that's Poltergeist 3. And then this one shouldn't be in this pile, but it is because I've seen The Craft, but I've streamed it. And I picked up the Scream Factory when I was down in Oklahoma, but I just haven't popped this one in yet. So I have seen the movie, just not this scan of it. So that's why I was like, you know what, I'll put it in the pile of ones I haven't watched since... I haven't watched this edition of it. But those are the individual movies, so I will move those over here to the side. Let me move some of these off camera, and then we will take a look here at, we'll go through and look at the collections first. We'll probably go with those ones first. So these collections right here are the Vincent Price collections. Vincent Price, one of my favorite actors. Now, Volume 1 was out of print for a while. Now it's back in print, but when I was looking for this, it was going for like $300, guys. And Vintage Stock actually had one. They had this right here for $45, guys. So I didn't even have to pay the flipper price, guys. I got it for a normal price. It didn't come with the slip cover. It didn't come with the booklet, but I was able to get it for a normal price. So I was very happy with that. I have not watched all the movies on these 3 collections here. Haven't even opened up the 3rd one yet, but I've watched a few from the first 2, and I really like them. There's only been like 1 movie between them both that I haven't liked. Well, we could take a look at it real quick, which ones I've seen. Okay, haven't seen Pin in the Pendulum or Mask of the Red Death. I've seen The Haunted Palace. I love it. Love Fall of the House of Usher. The Abominable Dr. Phoebes was the one I did not like. Haven't seen Witchfinder General. And then on 2, let's see. Did I see The Raven? I don't know. I don't think I've seen The Raven. Comedy of Terrors might be the best one out of both of these 2. The Tomb of Ligula, haven't seen that. Last Man on Earth is really good. Haven't seen Dr. Phoebes Rises Again. I like Return of the Fly. I watched it on the box set. And House on Haunted Hill, I really love. That one, either that one or Comedy of Terrors is the best one. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe I might have to go with House on Haunted Hill, and Comedy of Terrors might be second. But I really dig these sets here. The 3rd one, I have not watched any of those yet, and there it is if you guys wanted to pause it and take a look at what's on here. But I haven't watched the 3rd one yet. I believe 2 and 3 are now out of print, but 1 is back in print. If you guys want to check that one out so you don't have to pay $300 now. Then the double features. This one, I think, is my only bare bones Scream Factory. This one I got from Walmart for like $3. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. I haven't seen 2 yet, but I've seen the first one. I really love it. I know I'm going to get comments about it because the time when I saw the first one and I posted about it, everyone was going crazy like, but the director, guys, he did terrible stuff, but you got to separate the art from the artist. Let's see, we got Curse and Curse 2. Haven't seen Curse 2, but I really like Curse 1. It's an adaptation of The Color Out of Space. It's really good. Haven't seen Curse 2 yet. I don't think they've got anything to do with each other, if I remember correctly. I think Mark Pellegrini told me that they don't got anything to do with each other. It's just Curse and Curse 2, and they don't connect. Next, we got Ghoulies 1 and 2. This is now out of print. I paid like $25 for this, and I mean, it's not really $25 material. This is more like something you'd spend like $15 on. I loved Ghoulies 1. I really did love it. But Ghoulies 2 was really upsetting because I love the setting in Ghoulies 2. Like, it takes place at some like carnival or amusement park. And I really loved it. Well, I love the setting, but I didn't love the story in 2. The story in 2 was so boring. The story in 1 is really interesting, and I thought I was going to like 2 more because of where it's set, but no, 2 was just boring. But That's the Ghoulies 1 and 2 double feature. Next, we got Terror Vision and the Video Dead double feature. This is out of print now. Somehow Amazon got more copies of these, and they were selling it for a normal price. It was like $16, so I picked this one up recently. I love Terror Vision so much. It's so goofy, so great, so fun. Haven't watched the Video Dead yet. I will eventually. I've heard mixed things about this. I've heard from people it's really boring, and I've heard from people it's really good. So I don't know. We'll see about the Video Dead. But as far as Terror Vision, absolutely loved it. Let me move those out the way, and we take a look at the box sets here. We've got the Amityville Horror Trilogy. This might be out of print now, I think. This was my first box set I got from them. I love the Amityville Horror. Amityville 2, The Possession, is even better than the first one. I really love that movie. I haven't seen Amityville 3D yet. I'll probably put it in eventually. I really love haunted houses. Anything to do with a haunted house, I absolutely love. Just haven't gotten around to the third one yet. So that's that. Then we've got the Fly box set. This, when I unboxed this, that was one of my most viewed like Blu-ray videos. I think it had like maybe like 700 views maybe last time I checked it. It's been a while, but this one did really well. But I love this box set. Haven't checked out a lot of the features on it actually, but the original Fly is really good. Return of the Fly is really good. The Curse of the Fly is actually like, how do I want to put it? It's the most interesting, boring movie you'll ever watch. Like, it's a really boring movie, but I liked the story. Like, I liked what they were trying to do. I just don't think it was executed very well. But The Curse of the Fly was solid. It really messes with the continuity as well. Like, it throws out the continuity of the first two. Of course, the best one is the Fly remake. David Cronenberg's The Fly. Really great movie. Fly 2 is really good as well. I really like the sequel too. I'm surprised it didn't go to a third movie, actually. I would have liked to see the third one. I love this franchise. I think I've even heard Cronenberg said he did have an idea for another Fly movie, but I think if I remember correctly, he said something about like they wouldn't let him make it. It was too expensive or something. I could be wrong about that because it's been a while since I looked into that. But that's the Fly box set, which also, I don't know if I showed you guys a good enough look at the art, but the art on this thing is really incredible. So yeah, if you guys want to get a good look at that art, it's great. And then this one I just picked up, the Critters box set, which I just watched the first two. I love the first one. I love the second one even more. I still have to get to the third and fourth ones. I've heard there's also some good documentaries on the first two, going into like the special effects, and into how they did the Critters ball. That was crazy. But yeah, Critters is the first two are really fun. Still got to see the next two. So that's Critters, and that's only like $25 on Amazon now. And then this awesome box set right here, Friday the 13th. This is beautiful, especially the art on this. Just take a good look at that, guys. I was so happy to get this thing. I was broke when this thing was announced, but I pre-ordered it anyways because I was just so excited. And I was also glad because Amazon doesn't charge right away on the pre-orders. So that was also like, I was broke, but I was like, I don't care. I just got to have this. I did just get my replacement discs. I was kind of scared. I didn't think I was going to because when my replacement discs, the tracking said was in my town on December 10th, I was like, yes, I'm going to have it. And then it took like 3 weeks until they came in, guys. I didn't get them till like almost 3 weeks later it arrived, and I was like, what was it just doing chilling there for 3 weeks? I don't know, but I finally got my replacement discs for part 3 and Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. I have not watched these specific scans of the movies yet. Only the previous Blu-ray scans, and only DVD for Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X. I have not watched these yet because I was waiting for the replacement discs to come in, so that way me and my brother could binge watch them. So hopefully soon, me and my brother will have a marathon of these movies. This is a franchise we both really love, and I'm just really happy with this box set. It's just so great to look at, so great to look at the art. I'm glad to have them all together and just to have these wonderful new scans. They did 4K scans for the first 4 of them, I believe, and this thing is just loaded with tons and tons of special features, like just hours and hours of special features, and I just can't wait to dive right into this box set. But guys, that's my 1 year into my Scream Factory collection, guys. Let me know in the comments, what are some Scream Factories I'm missing, guys? What are some Scream Factories I need to pick up? There's a ton I want to pick up, like Pet Sematary 2, Silver Bullet, Black Christmas, of course. There's a ton of different ones I know I need to pick up. Let me know what you guys want me to pick up. And also, if you guys need something to add to your own hauls, check out my books on Amazon and Kindle down below in the description. I have 4 novels and a short story collection: Eternity, Inner Demons, Locked Coffins, my short story collection, The Eclipse Theater, and my horror comedy Duality. If you guys need any books to read, guys, those are down in the description, as well as the link to my comic book Asyle, about a lady hunted by Dracula in an insane asylum. There's my newsletter, my Patreon, t-shirts, a bunch of different things down in the description. So have a look, you guys, and have a great day. Peace.